In this video, we're going to go over the Lab 8 isokinetic strength testing worksheet and calculations. So we have I'm going to open up a blank sheet here, make sure you have a blank sheet open, and I have all of my other sheets, my one subject's right 60, right 180, right 300, left 60, left 180, and left 300 open. And we'll just hop between all of those. We'll complete table 2 and be able to go through all of this. Alright, so not too much of a worksheet, we just have to go through a few things. So I'll start off by, we're going to highlight that table, we'll copy, paste, and selection for some reason, I think it's due to the merged cells here, won't import that. That's okay, just we can do it afterwards. There, we got everything set up as we need it. So what we'll do first is I'm going to come to my right 60, okay. And if we always need to refer back, we have references for this. Right, we're going to do for the extension to find the peak torque extension. We're going to use ABS min and flexion and max. For flexion, use max. So let's do that real quick. I'll do it without the ABS first just to show you why we're doing that. So if I just did minimum for this, I already know, oh, hey, this number doesn't make any sense, because it's negative. It's going the opposite direction. That's just dependent on how the cam is arranged, so we need to do it with the ABS in there as well. We're still getting the peak torque, and we know that extension is going to be much higher than flexion, so that's how we know which direction it is. And if we really wanted to, we could come down, pay attention to the velocity and the position and determine all that, but again, that stuff takes a little bit more time. So here we're at 60 degrees per second and we're looking at extension. We started with extension, so I can tell, oh, these are extension numbers. So I did all this stuff, so you don't have to. All right, max, because this will be our highest positive number for extension, for flexion, sorry. Okay, so we can just highlight those. These are right 60, and we'll paste values only, or there we go. Control Shift, might be Command Shift and then V, since the other one didn't work. Alright, so we're just going to do pretty much the exact same thing, only on the other ones, not caps lock, there we go. What's nice is we can copy, let's see, oh, looks like I did this one already and just forgot to delete it. That's okay. If I just paste it back in, make sure if I do that copy paste, I was on G2 and G3, got to do it on the same one so that it makes sense. Yep. And yep. Okay, that makes it easy. Just copy, that was right 180. Just got to make sure we put these in the right place. Again, copy G2. Yep. Yep. And last one for this. Okay, now we'll do the left side. Left side's a little bit different. They're flipped, and that's because the cam is going a different direction. So yeah, again, just minor things we need to pay attention to when doing this, but we only need to do this once, and then we can just copy paste. Equals 2 for extension, we'll do max. And then for flexion, we'll do ABS, minimum. Alright, there we go. Okay, so we can copy, come over here, this is 60 left. Okay. All right, cool. And then we can paste this on in here. And I'll just do the other one too. Cool. So copy this, come on back, that's 180 we were just on. And copy, paste. All right. That was pretty easy. We like it when it's easy. So we just have a few calculations left, and it's going to be our percent deficit and ipsilateral comparisons. Ipsilateral comparison is going to be very easy. Deficit just requires some slight thinking. We'll do equals. We're going to do, yeah, we only need one. That's fine. And here we're going to select our higher torque first between left and right for this row. So it is definitely the left. Actually, we can take a look down, and it's the left for this person the entire time. This person's dominant leg was left. So this is somewhat expected. All right, so this minus this divided by our higher one, still multiplied by 100. Okay, and higher for the left than the right, higher for the left than the right, higher for the left than the right. So actually, because of that, we can just scroll this one all the way down. I don't need to do any additional thinking like, oh, was it maybe higher on the right side than the left on one? You know, if it was, I'd need to do that one by itself. But all right, cool. So we went from 17 to 2. We're looking just at the extensions here. Went from 17 to 2 to 12, 21, 11, 10. Okay, might be something there with the flexion. All right, and then lastly, we're looking at ipsilateral strength. So equals to, nope, we're not doing that, not that formula. This one's even simpler, thankfully, or nicely for us. It's always not extension, it's flexion divided by extension. Okay. Here we go. Nope. Gotta make sure I do it correct. And lastly. Okay. And what's nice is we can highlight all those, drag it on over. Okay, double check. Yep, still on the left side. All right, so what do we see for the right? Looked like it increased. Okay, it's increasing, getting closer to 1, getting closer to 1 or closer to 0.5 and then past 0.5. Okay, it's increasing each time for the left as well. So as expected, and I believe our slide 4 said, oh, it kind of depends on velocity that you're testing at for some of these, especially for ipsilateral strength. Hopefully this puts a nice point on that. Let's reduce some of those numbers. Oops, not increase them. Okay, 2's fine. And let's center it on up, make them look a little pretty. There we go. And if we wanted, we could copy and paste these, not bold, paste those on in. Oh, maybe I need to highlight the thing. Well, I'll get all but some of them. Yeah, that's okay. So, all right, that's about it for this video. Thankfully, it's nice and short. If you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to myself or your instructor.